Hello, good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. It is Workforce Wednesday, and I'm here. I'm your host, Keisha of Explore Maryland Cannabis. And what an exciting Wednesday it is today. I am brushing off a bit of the cobwebs when it comes to going live. I've spent the last couple of weeks making sure that we've got great programming and trainings for you in 2025. And so it's just led to me, here. But today is our office hours. Of course, we talk about all things workforce because it is Workforce Wednesday. We answer your questions that we may have gotten through DM and email. But first, I just want to say, how's everybody doing? It is November 20th. We are officially less than 30 days from the Explore Maryland Cannabis Awards ceremony for 2024. Very excited for that. We are a month away from the start of winter. I don't know about you if you happen to be watching this in another state. It is, getting a little chilly here, even though yesterday it was 71 degrees. And of course, I would be remiss if I would say, how is everyone's mental health holding up? Because the world has been a little bit chaotic recently. But that's not what we're here for. We don't talk too much about that. I just want to make sure I checked in on y'all. And so, I love a good presentation. So give me a few seconds as I pull it up. All right. So this month, or this edition, y'all, I'm tinkering. Okay, I think this will be good. I think so. Let's see. Okay, it's going to have to be. It's going to have to be. 1, 2. Perfect. Okay, so this week, this month, we're talking about resume magic as folks are getting geared up and getting prepared for the ultimate slowdown of the winter season. What a better way than to get ready for the new year than to brush up on your resume? So that is our topic around career trends, getting your affairs in order. And of course, next week, which is new, y'all don't know this yet, we'll be talking to our transitioners, folks who are transitioning into the workforce, who are looking for roles. So let me go ahead and get started for folks. If you're new here, welcome. This is Hello from Explore Maryland Cannabis. I am Keisha. I'm the host of today's training. Who Explore Maryland Cannabis is? We are a community membership and outreach organization. Started the organization in 2018. This is our 5th year for our awards and I think our 7th year of operation. So what a time it has been. So a lot of folks say, well, what do you do? Basically, we provide pathways to the ecosystem, that is the cannabis ecosystem, through education and access. So through programming just like this, you're able to get an idea of some of the work that we do. This is me, I'm just tinkering here. Okay. How do you connect with us? You connect with us by taking a class, you attend an event, or you share this with some of your friends and family. If there's something that we say, a tool that we teach that you're looking to stay connected with us, now in here is the way. Let's talk a bit about our values. At our core, we foster genuine connections within our community. We believe and ensure that inclusivity is big, right? Community is big. So we do that by being inclusive and by being visible to all people. Bit of our initiatives are that we are transparent and we are open to all who wish to engage, and we wholeheartedly embrace and take ownership of our ecosystem because we understand that without stewards and folks who can talk about the work that we do, we're just talking. You can get connected with us by tapping into our weekly email newsletter, our monthly trainings, signing up on our website, checking out our website, which we have been regularly updating over the last couple of weeks. So if you haven't been in there in a while, be sure to take a pause and check it out. Like I mentioned, we provide pathways to cannabis through education and access. Now, our question of the week is, my resume is not catching any leads. What can I do? Well, we've got an answer for you. we're going to go ahead and run it down by talking about how to get to the front of the pile. So not only are you looking to place yourself in, well, I guess, cannabis business ready shape, if you're looking to transition into the industry, if you're looking to level up, different ways of how your resume should be positioned. We're just going to talk about that here. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always send us an email and shoot us a quick DM. So, tailoring your resume. The first question you want to ask yourself is, do you have any relevant experience? Now, a lot of folks who are coming into this billion-dollar industry may or may have not actually worked in the industry, actually have seen the cannabis plant or worked it with the plant in a way that made business sense, education sense. You're talking about it, you're selling it, you're cultivating it. And other times, there's a lot of folks who have traditional work experience, whether it's through retail, whether it's through hospitality and tourism, whether it's through local agriculture. These are relevant skills that can transition into the cannabis industry. So when we talk about transferable skills, we're talking about things like customer service. We're talking about things like sales and being compliant, because cannabis is a highly regulated industry. So there's always something that you have to watch out for and make sure that you are doing correctly to your SOPs to avoid to get fined and taxed. But our business folks, they know all about that. Now, after asking yourself, do you have relevant experience? And you thinking to yourself, I've been working in graphic design for a few years, and I want to see what cannabis is like. It's new. I'm a cannabis consumer, or it has helped, saved, connected, developed X in my life. These are ways that you start to really think about your skill sets. So graphic designer is an easy introduction to brand and marketing for a company that is looking to bring a cohesive message and voice to their industry. For example, I've got two examples of great brand design experience. The first one is on the left. We have a bud tender who is working on a traditional show floor. And as you can see, I'm going to zoom in a bit. Not only is this individual looking seemingly very relaxed, super compliant. This was a summer day. There was no issues. As you can see, his manager is on the floor. But that arrow hat is a great way to establish branding, and it was designed by someone who wasn't necessarily connected to cannabis. Similar to this packaging by Evermore Cannabis Company, someone had to design this packaging, from the font to the way it was laid out, even actually what it looks like being staged like this. A lot of those skill sets come in various ways. If you've ever done retail and you've done visual merchandising, right? Shout out to my folks who worked at Apple. You had to make sure that all of your devices, everything that would have been touched or experienced by a customer is within brand, right? And a lot of times that experience is intuitive based on the skill set because you've learned the foundations. If you get what I'm saying, let me know. Similar to if you are a nurse and you're looking to transition into cannabis, not fully, but you want to utilize some of your bedside manner, some of your customer service, some of your, not even going too deep into the medical knowledge that you know, but just that nurturing and tender touch that you would find from someone who would have been in the medical hospitality industry. Those skill sets are perfect because not only do you know how to talk to someone who is either handing you goods for your services, things of that nature, you're also learning a new skills, a way to use your skill set in a new way. All right. So I always suggest to my folks who are looking to transition or looking to be promoted, is to think about those skills that you brought with you to the industry versus things that you may necessarily have to learn on the job that might be intuitively cannabis related, right? We love a good customer relationship skill set. Folks who know how to talk to folks go a lot further than those who don't. Now, let's talk a bit about your resume. So you're like, Keisha, our girl, I got all that. I know how to talk to people. I know what I want to do. I know exactly the brand or wherever your skill set will sit. Well, does your resume reflect that? Because you being a person who can get into the door, that's the first thing. First thing is building the relationship and getting into the door of where you want to be. And that's across board. That's what our industry is all about. But it has to show on paper. So let's break down this resume that we have here and talk a bit about what it looks like to transition your skills, to showcase your skills, and things like that. So, yes, I did it. Okay, we're going to highlight a few things here. So first things first, this is Riley Ashford. And Riley has a typical resume that is standard. You know, by looking at this, they're telling you exactly what their title is currently or what title they're looking for, right? And if I look down at the bottom of the work experience, just a quick scan, I see that the bartender position is where they are looking, right? It's a hiring manager. So, first things first, I want us to talk about using industry specific keywords from the job descriptions that you're applying for. I know that when Riley was going to look for a role as a bud tender, they were going to place particular words that made sense. For example, in Riley's last position, you have the term customer, personalized recommendations. There's also statistical numbers, which always make things look great as long as they are accurate. And there's institutional knowledge. So, utilizing things like green screens and BioTrack THC, while also showcasing your skills on the side here as a way for them to automatically see and say, oh, this person has some cannabis skill set. Now, if you do not have that skill set, I want you to find applicable ways to talk about your skills. For example, and I'm going to hop on camera really quickly. But for example, my background is in marketing. My background is in communications, and so my traditional background and resume would not translate to an immediate role into cannabis, but I use tools all the time that allow me to mimic the ways in which I would pull data around customers using an insight tool that was native to social media marketing, right? The way in which you pull data is no different. It's just the actual tool that you're using. If you get what I'm saying, let me know in the comments for sure. Your transitional skills don't have to be so difficult, right? I use a Facebook scheduler that pulls insights that I'm able to put into a dashboard the same way a lead patient counselor will use the data that's pulled at the end of the day, placed in a dashboard, and present it at a weekly stand up. All right. I hope you're getting it. If you're getting it, let me know. So that's a bit about the actual work experience. You want to also showcase your passions and highlight them. Now, Riley did not put any passions particularly on this resume. I'm sure it's because they wanted to showcase their skills over anything. But this little piece of education right here lets me know, while I would not necessarily put the full term of years for education, just the date of graduation or date of conferment, you can see that Riley has a true interest in cannabis because they got a whole bachelor's of science in medicinal plant chemistry with a cannabis concentration. So when you're looking to promote, when you're looking to level up, even if you're in a role right now and you're like, I need to figure out how to get promoted, talk a bit about those skill sets that you build outside of the industry. And of course, switch it up depending on the job. So, like I said, if you're looking to be in middle management, if you're looking to be a key holder, shout out to my retail folks. Usually those are our leads. Or our, sometimes it could be your assistant manager, right? That has the keys to open up the shop. These are how you want to tailor your resume, because you don't necessarily want to be placed in a role that is above or beneath what your capacity is. Make sense? All right. Talking about getting your skill sets ironed and sharpened. Of course, we provide free resources at Explore Maryland Cannabis on a monthly basis. But if you're looking to shore up and get it on paper, Oaksterdam University is one that is based on the West Coast. They have virtual and in-person programming. The University of Maryland School of Pharmacy here in Maryland has a master's in medical cannabis, science, therapeutics. The words get me, but that is a strong degree program. I think they're almost at 500 conferred graduates as of this recording. So shout out to the University of Maryland. Green Flower offers virtual offerings, and also the Cannabis Training University does as well. One thing I want you to remember as we wrap up this presentation is that your network is your net worth. So those who you surround yourself, in the beginning, I talked a bit about relationships. Those relationships are important, and they are important for a reason. You're not necessarily aimlessly building a relationship to get out of the thick of things, right? You're building a relationship that is mutually beneficial for you and the person that you've connected with. So just remember that as we go through our networking season, holiday season, a lot of events are coming up. Remember that the people that you surround yourself with are ultimately your value. This is a part of our workforce development series. This is our office hours where we answer questions that are sent in to us that we see around the web that are related to workforce development, so that you have a better understanding as you matriculate through your career and transition from a traditional market to a cannabis market. I am based in Maryland. Our organization is based in Maryland, but these tools can be used up and down the East Coast. Shout out to New Jersey, shout out to Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth, we're waiting on you. Delaware, which just really started churning their adult use market. New York is where cannabis has always been. Maine, we are super surrounded. Virginia, West Virginia, Georgia, we're waiting on Georgia. We are a hub for Illinois, California. Over 3/4 of the country has legalized cannabis, whether it through medicinal, adult use, or both. And it is important that education is accessible, and that's one of the reasons why we provide pathways, and we have been doing so for the last few years. So next month wraps up our Green Pathways series, which we've done every month all year. That has been our theme, and we help you navigate cannabis careers in 2024. At that last session, we will talk a bit about what our theme is for 2025, because we got things good. We got things to do. Things are moving, and it's exciting times. So next week, we're going to talk about what's the deal with Green Wednesday. That'll also be in office hours. So if you have any questions about Green Wednesday, if you have any questions about getting your iron sharpened before the new year hits, if you want to talk about jobs that are open, we will be in full swing. Actually, that will be the last day for the Explore Maryland Cannabis Awards nomination and voting program. So over the next couple of weeks, as we dial down into the end of the year, you'll be able to get more workforce content to make sure that you're prepared for the new year. But I'm excited because we are so excited for the awards that's coming up. It is our 2024 program. We are doing an in-person ceremony this year. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to get our past winners their awards. You can go on our website, actually. I'll show you that and see our past winners. And that's new because somebody sent me an email and was like, hey, how do I see them? So first things first, exploremeoncannabis.com/best of. This is the website. This is all of our 2024 folks. This leads to the nomination form, which needs to be changed to our voting form. These are our categories, the battle of the brands, and you can see all of our previous award shows. You can go to 2021. You can see the photos from there. All right. You can go to 2022, which was in person. All right. And you can see the pictures from there. This is also in conjunction with our legalization party. So we're excited. We're ready. It's going to be a great year for us here. And so let me just wrap up the presentation because you all didn't come here to see me ramble. Yep. So this is the awards, December 19th. This is where we will be. If you're looking to find community, if you're looking to celebrate, we've got a few things in the works for that day. And yeah, I think that is the end of our presentation today. Thank you so much for folks who have tuned in live. Thank you if you've tuned in via the replay. Happy Workforce Wednesday, and I shall see you next week. Peace.